Welcome to our live stream. I am Jen. As you can see here, English with Jen 123. If you are looking for a place to improve your English, learn some new things, share the knowledge that you know with everyone else in our community, welcome. We have 10 questions, all related to natural medicine. That is our topic this week. So if you don't already follow my account, you can find me here, English with Jen 123. And every Tuesday, I'm here with questions for you. And every Wednesday, I have a full English lesson. Sorry, I just ate nuts. I shouldn't eat and then go live. That's kind of not a good idea. I'm going to drink something here. Excuse me. And I have really fun trivia questions today that will be something that a lot of you, if you were in my last live stream on Iwa on Instagram, then you had lots of amazing information to share with me. So I hope that you come today as well and are able to share the things that you know. Let's pop up our first question. Let me see what's going on with my banner because it's supposed to only be 60 seconds, but somehow it feels like, there it's gone. All right, so we have more people joining now. That's an awesome thing. Welcome to all of you who are here. Hello, Serena, darling, take two. Nice to have you on board. I know several of you have written to me. Maybe you're watching the replay and couldn't make it today. Hope your presentation went well. Hope your cold is getting better. Hello, Karina, dear. Welcome. Yes. Ciao a tutti. All right. So let me hop on over here so that we have a better look at, at the slide. And here is our first question for today. All right. Drinking enough water. Hello, Michaela, sweetie. Drinking enough water helps mainly with A, digestion and energy, B, mainly memory, C, mainly vision, so seeing, and D, muscle size. So the bigger the more the water, the bigger the muscle. What do you think? Which one fits the best for drinking enough water helps with mainly? Renee, hello, welcome to you as well, dear. So you're saying B, mainly memory, A, B, and C, okay. And what other guesses? Do we have any other guesses before I tell you what the answer is? Hey, Mohammed, dear, welcome, welcome as well. A lot of you have switched on over, switched from, thank you, Michaela, for offering that as a nice sentence, switching from YouTube or Instagram to YouTube. You switched to YouTube. Thank you for doing this, making the switch. Hey, Gracie, dear. Okay, everyone's saying A, or a lot of people are saying A, B, and C, or B. So the answer is A, digestion and energy. And of course, I'm sure it helps with these other things as well. But when you have that word mainly, then it's kind of like a nice way of sort of tricking you into then going only for that. And so that's kind of your clue. I heard every human should drink 8 cups of water per day. Yeah, 8 glasses of water a day. I heard the same thing. And I wonder, because like in the States, it's such a trend to run around with this gigantic cup, the Stanley Cup. And I think like if you fill that multiple times a day, that's a lot of water. And I was wondering, because I was like, that doesn't really seem like that's also healthy. I think there is such a thing as too much water. And so it depends on the person, but evidently women should drink about 2 liters of water per day, men about 2.5 liters of water per day. I guess this also depends on if you work out and how strenuous the workout is. That also is something. And this 2 liters and 2.5 liters is also you can get from food. So if you eat cucumber or watermelon or something that is very rich in water, that also adds to your food, your water consumption, that is. So not only plain water. And then I was wondering how much water is in wine? I don't know if anybody knows the answer to that, but surely there must be water in wine. Anybody want to add anything else to water health benefits? A lot of you knew a lot of extra information, and I'm always grateful to learn from you. So if you have anything else that you want to add to the benefits of water, then go ahead and do so. I will move on to our next point, but if you want to write, it's hard for me to drink 1.5 liters of water every day. An aqua panna bottle. Okay, so is that a brand of water, or is that like a Stanley Cup, a version of a Stanley Cup? I find that if there's a straw in it, I drink faster. So if there's something where you're like, if you can drink out of it, if you can suck from it, that somehow and that's called a straw. If you can drink from a straw, if I drink from a straw, I drink a lot more. I don't know why, but sorry, height here. Hello to you, Abdullah. Okay, so let's see. Panna is a Tuscany brand. Okay, so it's a brand of water. All right. It is easy to drink a lot of water in the summer. Yeah, it's easier, right? My first glass of water is one with lemon. And a lot of people do that in the morning where they drink, is it like sort of slightly warm water, lukewarm? Okay, another great vocab word here. Lukewarm is when it's not hot and it's not cold. It's something like it's going on it's more warm, but it's not hot. So lukewarm water. How are you supposed to drink that? Or how do you drink that, Karina? Do you drink it hot, or do you drink it lukewarm or cold, or it doesn't really matter? Any other ideas here? Lukewarm is when we talk about the temperature of water, not too hot, not too cold, but not just right. It's like, I don't want to go in a lukewarm bath. I want to go in a warm bath, you know? In India, they don't drink cold water when they eat food, only chai tea. Yes, and spicy tea. And spicy tea, do you mean like more like flavorful tea? They say it's good for health to drink water with lemon. Yeah, I've heard that. Yes, lukewarm water with lemon. And I've heard that. And like, is it a half a lemon, a whole lemon? But evidently that's something that's so great for your body. It starts your digestion. It lets your body know, woohoo, we're awake, we're doing this. So thank you for all of your tips with water. And we will move on to number 2. And see what you have to say about that. Let me pull up my notes. And we're going to talk about, I guess this is a root. I think that Gracie, you knew what, I don't know, I forgot to Google the tubericus. I have to Google that. I drink a little glass of lukewarm lily herbal tea. Lily, okay, in the morning. Interesting, lily. Never heard of that. And what does that do? Is that good for digestion, or is that sort of like an alternative for coffee? All right, so let's see. We're going to talk now. Water, I squeeze lemon juice. Yes, and 1 whole lemon, I take it. Ginseng, which let me pull up what that looks like. I forgot to add some pictures here. And I need to be a little careful because I went into YouTube hell. They took one of my videos off, or they demonetized it because I showed something. So this is ginseng. Let me screenshot this. I'll even give it credit. No idea who to give it. Okay, medicalnews.net, which I guess it's probably just a stock photo. But this is ginseng, just so we're all on the same page. I don't know if it's the same word. Hey, Alessio, dear, I hope your presentation went well. So that's ginseng, just so everybody, knows. And so ginseng is most commonly used to increase sleep, energy, and focus, appetite, or relaxation. Lilacs. Okay, that's also still I have never heard of it. Lilac tea. Very interesting. Curious what do you use that for? Okay, so which one do you think? A lot of people are saying B. That's probably the answer. I literally have no idea. I got to take a look. So energy and focus, it is. All of you who guessed B, which is everyone, Absolutely. Energy and focus. Ginseng is most commonly used for that. I have a little bit more information about ginseng. If you have information you would like to share, please do so. We're learning so much together today. These are the kind of lessons I personally really love. So for memory, okay, cool. Yes, and I've heard that before as well, that it's really good for memory. Ginseng has been used for thousands of years in China, Korea, and other parts of Asia. Ginseng, the roots, takes 4 to 6 years to mature, which is what makes wild ginseng rare and valuable because it takes so long. That's a really long time. There are different types of ginseng. There's Asian ginseng, which is good for energy and immunity. And there's American ginseng, considered more calming. High doses, so if you take too much, high doses, it can cause insomnia, headaches, or raise blood pressure. So it should be used carefully. All right, so it's that much of a stimulant. For memory, a good energetic, and also for sexuality. Ooh, a little aphrodisiac. Okay, all right. So it's got all these little bonus points. I'm turning red. Never drink coffee with ginseng. It's a bomb. Okay. So not only probably the taste, but also like just an energetic overload, an energy overload. All right, interesting. Okay, now I kind of want to try it. Never say never to me. In Italian, we say tiglio for linden. The herb, I think, we say giglio, lily. I mixed up the two words, looked it up on Google. Okay, thank you, dear. All right, so anybody know anything else about ginseng? Otherwise, we will move to vitamin A. What vitamin A is important for. And if you want to write more, please do. Like I said, I'm always very excited to hear what you have to say. Oops, that's old. Let me move this. Remove, and then add image. Here we go. Number 3. Okay, so here we go. Number 3. Vitamin A is important for A, vision and eye health, B, muscle growth, C, digestion, or D, sleep. What do you think? What do you think that vitamin A is important for? What can you tell me? You can tell me your answer, and you can also tell me which foods you can find vitamin A as like an extra little bonus question. So everyone is saying A. Serena's got an A for me. Gracie, Reni's got an A for me. Any other guesses? And you can tell me where we can find this source of vitamin and which foods you can find it in. Alessia, Karina. All right, cool. Yes, of course. So it's vision and eye health. And if you want to be able to eat it, Mohammed, you're right. Absolutely A. So hello, Renata, darling. I think this is a nice topic for you. We're talking about natural medicine. In vegetables, okay, can you be more specific? Which vegetables? I have a list of about, I don't know, I guess like 20 things where you can find vitamin A. And if you have any other sorts of things that you could add about vitamin A, then please add it. In oranges, kiwis, fruits and vegetables, salmon, sunflower seeds. All right, cool. I'm glad you love it. Welcome, darling. Carrots, exactly. I have carrots on my list. Carrots, pumpkin, what does that say? Tomato, apricots. Okay, I don't have that on my list. I do. I have apricots as well. Carrots, pumpkin, carrots, spinach, mango. Also on my list. I have red peppers on my list. Carrots and pumpkin. I have sweet potatoes. I don't know if anyone said sweet potatoes. Yellow squash. So butternut squash, absolutely. And I have fish livers like cod liver oil, pineapple. Don't have that one. Milk and cheese, butter, eggs. Yes, exactly. So Karina, carrots, eggs, fish. Liver, like beef, chicken, and lamb liver are very high in vitamin A, and eggs. So lots of different ways that you can ingest vitamin A without having to take a supplement. Extra notes, beta carotene from plants is converted into vitamin A in the body. I don't really understand that, but I read it. So beets as well, cheese too. It seems like a lot of dairy products have vitamin A. Eating fat with plant foods. So if you eat, when you eat these foods, it's good to add avocado or to add olive oil because it helps your body to absorb, to soak in, to absorb the vitamin A. So when you eat carrots, if you add a little bit of olive oil or eat it with avocado, then it makes the benefits of the vitamin A soak into your body a little bit more, to absorb into your body. Vitamin A is good for vision, for skin, and for your immunity. Carrots give you carotene, provitamin A, but adding oil converts it to vitamin A. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's move on to nausea, remedies for nausea. And let's see, omega-3 is good for vision too, right? I think so. And brain function, brain power. I need to take this. I have bad vision and bad memory. I need to take all of this stuff. All right, or at least ingest it through food. All right, so let's see. We're going to talk about nausea. Ginger, okay, is also good, I guess. All right, so which natural remedy is often used to help with nausea? Or nausea, sorry, nausea. I always mispronounce this word. Nausea. You feel nauseous and nausea. So if you feel sick, you feel nauseous, and you have nausea. So A, chamomile, B, ginger, D, lavender, or D, garlic. Okay. So which one we have some ginger, votes for ginger. All right, anybody else want to take a guess? If you're feeling like a little queasy, a good word for when you feel a little green in your face, queasy, then you should take, okay, unless you're saying ginger and lemon. Karina's got an A from me as well. Gracie, so queasy, so you feel sort of sick. Well, if I get very seasick, so motion sickness, so I feel queasy, like I feel like, so lemon. Okay, everybody's saying B, ginger, absolutely. Ginger is commonly used to reduce nausea from motion sickness or an upset stomach. Can you think of anything else that is good for nausea? Or anything else that ginger is good for? That wouldn't be, it's like two different questions here. You can answer whatever you like. Come and spread your knowledge here. So ginger, what are some other good uses for ginger? What is ginger good for? And what else can help people if they are not feeling, if they're feeling a little green? If you feel green, you feel a little nausea. So what can you tell me? Any other uses for ginger? Or, yeah. Otherwise, because I'm not sure. Ginger, I think it's antibacterial. I think that's good, a good thing too. Like it's good. Like I love when I drink ginger tea, I can feel it in my teeth. I can feel it like in my gums. Like it feels like it's cleaning my gums. I don't know what that means if I have really bad mouth hygiene, but it feels good when I drink ginger. Anybody have anything else? Otherwise, I will move to our next point. No worries. If you're writing, keep writing. We will read it in a minute. I never know if people are writing, if they're like, no, I have nothing else to add. So yeah, it is good for the immune system. Okay. So let's take a look at our next point, and we're going to talk about fermented foods. Okay. So fermented foods. Yeah, sorry, let me find it. We call ginger, zenzero. That's a cool word for it. Inflammation, digestion issues like gas or bloating, menstrual pain, and flu symptoms. Huh, that's a lot. And a lot of those I didn't have. Flu symptoms, I think that makes sense. And And yeah, inflammation makes sense. Digestion, okay. And menstrual pain. For motion sickness, eating bread while on a boat helps you get the queasy feeling to feeling tamed. I don't know. Okay, I've never heard that, eating bread on a boat. Okay, what if you're gluten intolerant? Does it matter if it's also kind of gluten-free cardboard bread, or does it need to be like wheat? I wonder. Not to complicate things, but asking for a friend. Faint. Aha. Okay. Queasy, feeling faint. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Fermented foods like yogurt are good for A, bones, C, the gut, B, the gut, C, vision, and D, skin. What do you think? Tamed, feeling tamed. Okay, got it. All right, so what can you tell me? What is it? And maybe there's actually more answers than I just have here. But there's one in particular that I'm looking for. So fermented foods like yogurt, fermented foods. I use ginger and drinks. The gut, okay, we've got the gut. And we talked about last week having a gut feeling where it's this intuitive feeling that you just sort of sense and you can't really explain why. Ginger is a warming spice, can't use too much, super inflammatory. Oh, really? It causes inflammation? Huh. Okay. Because I would eat ginger like there's no tomorrow. So that's good to know. Or anti-inflammatory, or I don't know. We're not to help. I'm curious. So we have A, we have B. So the majority of you have said for gut, and that is true. Fermented foods like yogurt are good for the gut, for your digestion, for good bacteria in your stomach, or in your intestines, I guess, as well. I don't know. And digestion. Fermented food is based on natural bacteria. And if you want to add anything extra about fermented foods, you're more than welcome to please. You all know a lot more about this than I do. So please do. What is good for one is poison for the others. Right, okay. Yes, it's not a one size fits all when it comes to nutrition. Definitely. Okay, so fermented food is made when natural bacteria or yeast change sugars in food into acids or alcohol. Number two, the second point that I have is examples of fermented foods. We have yogurt, kefir, I think, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, and kombucha. I love all of that. Good for your gut. Fermented foods contain probiotics, which are good bacteria that support digestion. Preserves food naturally. Fermentation process prevents spoilage, so foods last longer without refrigeration. It may boost your immunity. Yogurt is a good source of probiotic. Natural bacteria is good for your gut. It is sad that all illnesses of your health come from the gut. Yeah. It is said. Oh, it is said, I think. Typo. Yes, exactly. They do say that most of the illnesses come from your mouth, and I've heard recently from your mouth as well. I don't know. Adds flavor. Fermentation, like fermented foods, has a nice little sort of tangy and soury taste to it. So it kind of gives your foods a nice flavor. It's easy to make at home. You can make foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, and pickles can be fermented in a jar or just salted. I love Greek yogurt. Me too. Like a really rich, creamy Greek yogurt is so good. Some fermented foods contain alcohol, kombucha, or some fermented beverages have small amounts of alcohol that are produced naturally by the yeast. All right, so that's our fermented food section. If anybody has anything else that they would like to add, please feel free. Okay, Renata, ginger is anti-inflammatory. I tried to have it in my diet every day, but with moderation. I try to have it. Okay. It is good for joint pain and any type of inflammation. Adding turmeric and black pepper makes it, I guess it's clapping. I don't know what that is. It makes it amazing. Of course, natural Greek yogurt. Yes, Greek yogurt is frequently suggested, high in protein, rich in probiotics, lower in sugar. And I have to say, I've become kind of skeptical of like low fat things. I've read somewhere or heard at some point that things that have low fat are typically high in sugar. I don't know. So I just go for the full fat. I don't really care. But maybe some of you know this. I don't know. That I've heard that full fat is better than low fat. A lot of you are more educated on this issue, so talk to me, please. And we'll slowly move on to our next slide. I've heard the same, right? Like it was the huge rage in like 2000, the early 2000s, low fat, low fat, low fat. Everything was low fat. Like today, everything is high protein. You have to have protein, protein, protein. And I'm a sucker for it. So if it's like high protein, I'm like, okay, high protein. But yeah, I eat yogurt and sauerkraut daily on an empty stomach. Okay, I love sauerkraut. It's so good. Okay, so do you eat that like maybe for lunch or so, or in the morning for breakfast? That would be interesting to know. All right, so let's see. Let's move on. Let me find my slides. Sour pickles, no vinegar, and sour beets. So if it's not vinegar how do you get the pickles to be sour? Curious. And sour beets. Curious. Okay. Learning so many things. Thank you, folks. All right, moving on to garlic. And if you have things that you want to share, please don't hesitate. Yeah, it's all good that we can learn from each other. All right, so garlic is believed to support A, vision, B, heart health, C, memory, or D, sleep. What is garlic good for other than repelling vampires and everyone else near you? I love garlic, but I have not figured out a way where I can eat it and digest it so it doesn't have the sort of after smell. Unfortunately, if anybody has a tip how you can eat garlic and then it's not an issue, I'd be so grateful because I would just eat raw garlic. I love garlic. Sugar gets demonized because it's everywhere. Okay, fair enough. Gracie's going with B. Karina's going with B. Serena's got a B for me. Low fat is not good for you because your brain is mainly fat and water. Your brain feeds all off of the fat. Okay, thank you. Feeds off fat. B, everybody's saying B, heart health, absolutely. Any other reasons or any other things that you can tell me why garlic is good for your health? Please go ahead and add it. Renit, everybody's, Mohammed, Michaela, everyone is saying B. Totally, you're right. But any other things that you can tell me about garlic? What is it good for? What sort of natural remedies can you tell me? And yeah, we can eat it raw, cooked, powdered, or as capsules. I think I like powdered the least. It always has a really bad aftertaste. I don't like powdered garlic at all, raw or cooked. It reduces high pressure, high blood pressure, absolutely. Yes. Any other things that you can tell me? 2 S's, yes, I gotcha. So it's good for the heart. It helps to lower blood pressure and cholesterol, supports the immune system. It fights colds and infections. Kind of a cool thing. In Germany, I had heard many times that when you have an ear infection, if you take garlic and you press it so you have the oil from the garlic, and then if you have a bad earache, then you take a Q-tip and you just sort of squeeze the oil into your ear and it will help to get rid of the earache. And I tried this once. My son, a million years ago, had an earache. And of course, it was at night on a weekend. There was nothing I could do. And so I tried it and it totally worked. I squeezed a little bit of the oil from the garlic into his ear and his headache, his earache was gone. So I thought that was amazing. I always remove the inner green sprout, of garlic. And that helps? Okay. To boost immune system and fight viruses, absolutely reduces, supports the immune, helps you to fight colds and infections, fights germs, can kill bacteria and viruses, as you say. As you've said, contains antioxidants to protect your cells. I only use garlic for cooking fish. Okay, I would eat garlic every day, but yeah, nobody wants to be around me then. Adding a teaspoon of chia seeds to fruit at breakfast helps prevent blood sugar spikes. I've been doing lately where I get 2 scoops of chia seeds and then I let it sit in a glass of water, usually a glass like this, and then let it sit in a glass of water for like an hour so that the chia seeds become sort of this, I can't think of the word, sort of sticky substance. There's a word, it's gone, Renata, help. And then I drink it. And because I think it's good for digestion. I don't know, I've just been trying it out. Excuse me. Yes, it's easier to digest, at least for me. Okay, interesting. To take the green part out. So garlic also helps to detox the liver and remove toxins. And it's also great for circulation, for blood circulation. It helps to get your blood going, but I guess that's also kind of a cholesterol thing and blood pressure thing. Check where your chia seeds are from. Okay, where should they be from? Garlic is antibacterial. I keep a small jar of garlic, ginger, and a spoonful of honey. Create a syrup. Everyone is sick around me. I never get sick. Cool. Very cool. And so like, Renata, how long does that need to sit? You take garlic, you take ginger, you take honey. I guess you mix that in a glass, seal it, and then does that need to sit for X amount of time? Yes, exactly, Jen. Chia seeds and water and then eat. Yes. But I get really grossed out. I find like drinking the chia seeds because it's so sort of jelly-like, a jelly-like consistency and sticky and ugh. So I have to drink some, pour water in, drink some, pour water in and mix it because I don't like it sticking. It kind of grosses me out. Don't seal it. Aha, ready in the morning. So you make it fresh every day. Misunderstood that. A spoonful of honey, ginger, garlic, let it sit. There you go. We also get sick from our emotions. Exactly. Our mental health plays a big role. Okay, cool. All right, let's move on to acupuncture. All right. Let's see. We've got acupuncture. And let's see. Number 7. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. I love this. We're learning together. Chia seeds, organic, best form of omega-3. Also flax seeds. Yes. So I think that mine are organic. I bought it at sort of a reform house, so they're probably okay. Chia seeds, best form of omega-3. Also flax. Okay, that was that. Maybe in yogurt, or they are less sticky. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like let it sit in yogurt for 20 minutes, I guess. I don't trust seeds that come from far away because of the way they are cultivated. Okay, I need to take a look. I'll take a look and see where they come from. You could add the chia to your fruit like a jelly. Yes, it would become that. But then I think I need to hide it in yogurt. I think the yogurt is a good solution, a really good solution somehow. Because drinking it kind of grosses me out. And you're supposed to take 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons or 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons? I should read the directions probably, but yeah, I'm kind of lazy. Okay, Renee, thank you for keeping us on track. What is acupuncture mainly used for? A, improving eyesight. B, pain relief. C, weight loss, or D, fighting infections? Renit's got an acupuncture is regarding the chai energy. I believe acupuncture more than traditional medicine. Okay, cool. So you've had Renata, that is, you had experience with it. Okay, cool. So I have Renee says B and Gracie says B. Serena's got a B for me. What can you tell me? Because actually my next question, of course, was, have you ever tried it? What is your experience? So everyone's saying B, pain relief. Yes. Chia seeds are great for thickening things. For example, smoothies or a yogurt, they are good for you, but also help with weight loss because you are a natural good for you. They are a natural good for you filter. Aha. So they act as a natural filter. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm hoping. I heard that like it satiates you, like fills you up, and you don't get as hungry as fast when you eat chia seeds. So far, kind of okay. I don't know. All right, everyone has said B, pain relief. Absolutely. Acupuncture is often used to treat pain by stimulating specific points on the body. Filler, I think. Renata is a great expert in that. She is. I knew she would be. I knew she would be. All of you are. A lot of you are, actually. So it's really cool to have this great source of information, this wealth of information about this. It also helps balancing emotions and energy. Chia seeds, cool. That's amazing. I guess maybe, Gracie, because it deals with blood sugar, maybe. I don't know. As an idea, I have no idea. Bravissima. So, yes. All right. So, anybody have any experience with acupuncture that you would like to share? If not, we will move on to our next question, which we will talk about some vitamins and sunlight. So I think probably a lot of you know so much. This is going to be so easy. But let's move on to it. Let's see what we've got. We've got question number 8. And let's see. Okay, so which vitamin do people often get from sunlight? This is probably so easy. I just had acupuncture in Taiwan, traditional ancient wisdom. I had acupuncture when I was pregnant because they said that it made the labor go faster and the pain less. But I had that for my son, and it took him actually 3 days to be born, and I was begging for an epidural. So it didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Maybe you have to have the right mindset, you have to have the right amount, all kinds of things. But yeah, I tried it. So DD, okay, acupuncture helps me with anxiety and insomnia. I'm sure that it works for a lot of people. It probably would work for me. I think it really depends on who does it, that they know what they're doing. Alessio says D as well. So yes, so vitamin D. Perhaps without the acupuncture, your son would take 5 days. That's true. Yeah, it would take him 5 days to come out. Maybe. That's true. I never thought of it that way, but you're absolutely right. I should be very happy it was 3 days. Yes, so everybody is correct with vitamin D. Sunlight helps the body produce vitamin D, which supports bone health. Exactly. Welcome to you, Ziba Kamitova. Bone strength, muscles, cell function. Absolutely very cool. And my question to you, the nail at the center of the head? The nail at the center of the head. You mean the nail bed? I'm not sure. So this is the bed, the nail bed. I'm not sure what that means. Nail at the center of the head. I don't know. I don't know. Help me out, Gracie. Sorry. So my question to you is, because I live in Germany, and in Hamburg specifically. And we all here have to take supplements for vitamin D because there's just not enough sunlight. So do you take supplements for vitamin D, or do people in your country get enough vitamin D? Vitamin D, don't take a shower for 1 hour, needs to sit on your skin to be absorbed. Okay, we take here, typically we take tablets. I don't know vitamin D as a topical. Here, I'll write that word. If you have stuff that you put on your skin that's topical, if you put it in your mouth, it's oral. So topical, thank you. Topical. The nail for acupuncture. Ooh. Oh, you mean the needle. The needle, maybe. The needle. All right. So topical is when you put it onto your skin. Oral is mouth. I don't. Okay. So you live in Italy though. So I don't know. I know you're in Northern Italy. So maybe, as a supplement, vitamin D needs vitamin K to absorb. And vitamin K, what on earth is where do we find vitamin K? We have vitamin A. Help. Yes, vitamin as a supplement and drops every month. Okay, so you have drops. We have tablets here. I mean, after sunbathing, vitamin D. Okay. Not taking, ingesting it. You are the needle. Okay, I got a little scared that we're putting needles in our nails. Chocolate, cabbage. Ooh, chocolate. I can do that. Vitamin D and a little chocolate. Absolutely. Sounds like a morning breakfast item. All right. That's cool. So cabbage, thank you very much, Renata. So take your vitamin D with some cabbage or have a little bite of chocolate, and that's going to make it soak in better. In fact, my son is starting to take vitamin D. So I'll absolutely suggest that. Hey, Alyssa, what is that? I don't know what that emoji is. It's hard to see. All right, so let's see. Moving on to 9, and a word that I struggle to pronounce. Echinacea, I think. Echinacea. It's a very hard word to pronounce. If you're craving chocolate, you are deficient in magnesium. Or you're just kind of gluttonous. I always want chocolate, but I am actually magnesium deficient. So maybe that is really why. I always thought it was just because I was just kind of like a sinner, a food sinner. But maybe it really is that I'm deficient in magnesium. That's great to know. Okay, so don't eat the chocolate. Take something with magnesium, eat something that has magnesium in it, or take a supplement. All right, so let's see. Let me move to our 9th slide here, that I have struggled to pronounce, trying to give you a way out. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I love that about you. All right, here we go. This is going to kill me. Let's see. Echinacea, super immune booster. Echinacea. You know what? I don't want to tell you something crazy. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth, some sort of robot here, how to pronounce this word, because I struggle. I even have a little phonetic spelling thingy here, but it sounds weird. So let's see. Let me find out. Here we go. Pronunciation. And you can tell me anything that you know about this. I can also look for pronunciation. All right, so here we go. Pronunciation. Oh, okay. No. Let's see. I can't find a pronunciation. That's so strange. I find it for coup in German. Anyway, okay, let me find a picture of it. I thought it was echinacea, but echinacea, evidently. Echinacea, let's find a picture of it. I'm probably going to end up in, because it's Latin, maybe. Will make sense. Echinacea. Have I misspelled this thing? Let me see if I can find the word. You know what? Nah. Duh, never mind. Hold on. I will find a picture of it. I'll show you a picture first so that everybody's on board what it is exactly. And then we'll go from there. Echinacea. Okay, so it is echinacea. Okay, echinacea. Echinacea. Thank you, darling. I had looked it up. Let me find. So I only find the flower here. I don't know, but evidently it's these little flowers. I'll take a screenshot. Who took this photo? Blumensfeebel Fassand. So thank you, Blumensfeebel Fassand, for a great photo. Just don't want to go into YouTube hell. Okay, so that's echinacea. Thank you, echinacea. And so we have, it's good, purple flowers, sometimes burgundy. It's a cute little flower. It has sort of like, I don't know, it's very sweet somehow. So good for the digestive system, immune system, nervous system, or muscular system. What can you tell me? A lot of you saying B. Let me scroll up and see some other answers while I was running around here trying to figure out what I was dealing with. And let's find, yes, echinacea, that was what it was. Purple flowers, homeopathic medicine. Okay, exactly. So immune system is correct. People often take it during colds to support immunity. Echinacea, thank you very much. The essence of the flower. All right. Some interesting facts about this. It's sometimes called the cone flower because it's shaped like a cone, which we saw kind of in the picture. You're lucky they grow in Europe. You can pick them, dry them, eat them in a metal tin. Okay, I found that it's a group of flowering plants known for its use to support the immune system. Exactly. Well, you know what? Here's the interesting thing, Renata. They're saying that it's actually native to North America, traditionally used by Native Americans for medicine, often taken to prevent or to shorten colds and support the immune system. But I had never heard of it actually until I moved to Germany. Let's see. So forms of it, you can have it as a tea, capsules, extracts, or tinctures. The active parts are the roots, the flowers, the leaves. It is good to combine with catnail. What, catnail? What's catnail? Gracie, I'm so sorry, darling. Catnail, I don't know what catnail is. So mild side effects. So you have to be a little bit careful with this. Short-term use is good, but long-term use is not so good because you can get a stomach ache or have an allergic reaction. It's not a cure. It helps the immune system, but it does not cure colds. And yeah, so tinctures is the best way. Okay. Whenever I'm in Oregon or Washington State, I pick the herbs and bring them back to Florida. Okay. Okay. So you've seen them in the States as well. I guess it just depends on where they grow. I guess it would make sense. It doesn't really grow in Florida. Different vegetation works there. All right. So let's see. Let's take a look at number 10. And this is something that I think is very interesting. I wonder how many of you do this. A lot of you are really like sort of very well versed in this subject in general. So let's see. So which natural oil is often used in oil pulling to reduce bacteria and improve oral hygiene? Okay, so catnail is another. Okay, it's a tincture. Thank you, dear. So sunflower oil, olive oil, coconut oil, or lavender oil. Renata's going with coconut oil. And just to keep everyone on track, because oil pulling is new to me, I have to say. So oil pulling is a natural oral hygienic practice where you swish. Okay, so gargling is when you do what you do in your throat. We had this in our earlier live stream. And swishing is when you put mouthwash in your mouth and you do this thing. I know that looks creepy. So swish oil in your mouth for several minutes to remove bacteria and improve oral health. You do not swallow it. You swish it spit it out. C, everyone's saying, a lot of people are saying C. We have 1A or D, okay? Lots of C's. So the correct answer is actually C, coconut oil. You're supposed to put some coconut oil in your mouth and swish. You put 1 or 2 teaspoons of oil, usually coconut, sesame, or sunflower, I have here, in your mouth. I know coconut oil. I've never done it. Swish it around your teeth and gums. Now, here's the crazy thing. They're saying for 10 to 20 minutes. I don't think I could do that. That seems like forever. 10 to 20 minutes, spit it out, do not swallow, rinse your mouth, and brush your teeth as usual. So does anybody do oil pulling in the morning? Do you wake up, do oil pulling, and then do that? It pulls toxins out with the oil pulling. Okay. So it's to get rid of toxins. Benefits claimed by some supported research. We have reduces harmful bacteria in the mouth, helps to prevent bad breath. I guess you should do that when I eat garlic. Supports healthy gums, may whiten teeth slightly over time. Okay, I'm game. 10 to 20 minutes, I don't know, but it sounds pretty cool. Does anybody do oil pulling? When do you do it? How long do you do it? What do you use? Have you seen any benefits from it? I'm curious to hear if this is something that you've actually done. It sounds interesting. I have a friend who does it, and she completely swears by it. She does oil pulling, and she also does the lemon thing in the morning. But I've never tried it. I need to find some coconut oil and maybe try it. Maybe you can start with 3 minutes. Your mouth is full of bacteria in the morning. Good to brush your tongue and gums as well. Okay. Do you do oil pulling, Renata? Is that something that's part of your healthcare regimen? What can you tell me? Your healthcare routine? Didn't know the existence of oil pulling, right? Like I just learned about it a couple of years ago. So 1 or 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, swish it around for forever, and then spit it out. But that's my other thing. Like, where do you spit that out? I don't want to spit it out in the sink because it can clog your sink. So if you clog your sink, then it's not going to be able to drain easily. The water will not go out so easily. And like in the trash can, that's also not great. So where on earth do you spit that thing out? Clog and drain. So if you clog your drain, the drain is where the water goes out, and clog is when when the water is no longer flowing freely through the drain. I haven't tried it yet, but I recently purchased good quality organic non-processed coconut oil. I'll report to you. Please do. So curious. Do you think you could do it for 10 to 20 minutes? That feels forever. I guess maybe it also is like good face yoga. You know, if you're doing this, maybe it also builds up your face. I don't know. It's too much for me. It's too long for me. It's way too long. But I would like to try it. I definitely would like to try it. That is for sure. So if anybody else has anything that they would like to add, please feel free to do so now. There are 4 important checkups: your vision, your ears, mouth, and a clinic doctor. Okay? Do the oil pulling on your way to work and spit it out outside. Yeah, when you get to work. Make a lot of friends that way. Yeah. But like, what if you're listening to something funny on the radio or something, and then all of a sudden you spit it in your car? That would happen to me for sure. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so this is our lesson for today. If you have hung in here for 52 minutes, that flew today. Coconut oil can also be used on your skin. Yes, I think also in hair. Although I have to say, the times that I've used coconut oil in my hair, I feel like it made my hair drier. And I'm sure people are going to tell me that I'm crazy, but I feel like it made my hair drier. I don't know why. So I stopped using it. Thank you. See you tomorrow, my dear. If you've been hanging out this entire time, then please feel free to follow this account, English with Jen 123. I'm here every Tuesday offering you lessons, quizzes. I will be here tomorrow with a full English lesson if you're looking for a community where you can meet once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, a million times a week, because I have lots of stuff that you can rewatch or watch as replays. Then go ahead and follow this account, English with Jen 123. Oil pulling should be mandatory, 30 minutes timer in the office. I would love it. Okay. Thank you, Gracie, darling, and hugs to you as well. Thank you, Alessio. Take care. I'm going to write to you and see how your presentation went. I hope it went very well. I hope you're in a good mood. Anyway, so take care, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope to see you all tomorrow. All of you are so knowledgeable about this stuff. As you see, I also cover lessons where I don't really know anything about it. So that's kind of like, the point where we learn together. Ciao a tutti to you, dear Serena, Karina, Gracie. I will ask you the mic story. Okay, please send me a DM on Instagram. That's easier for me to just remember who all wants it. Ciao a tutti. Oh, yes. Buona serata. Buena serata. All right. See you tomorrow. Ciao, Viadano, domani. Okay. Y'all are all probably laughing or crying. I don't know. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Renata, for showing up. It's always a joy to have you around. Take care to everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.